Welcome to Butler Middle School. My name is Mr. Tellez. In front of you is Butler Middle School's Orchestra 3. We're going to play for you. Actually, before I even introduce the songs, I want to introduce our adjudicator. This is Dr. Henry in the back, joining us from Westminster University. And our selections today include Festive Entrada by Scott Watson, I Vow to Thee, My Country from Jupiter the Planets, arranged by Robert Longfield, and Tocatina by William Holfeld. And She Needs My Scores, and I totally forgot that. I knew there was something. There's always something. And we're going to start in like 3 minutes.
Test, test. Oh, hello. So, you can yell at me when I need to wrap it up. Yeah. I'm not a very good timekeeper, so. Hi, everyone at Butler Middle School. Wow, that was really great. And I don't say that unless I mean it, okay? Your teacher knows that about me, so it was really great. In fact, one of my comments on your judging form was, I think you guys are ready for harder pieces, honestly. Like, you can do it. You sound great. Yes, you are. You really are. I think that you can step it up a little bit, okay? Because, I mean, these are great pieces, and I love them, but you guys are very capable of doing some tough stuff if you want to, okay? And I think you can, which just means more fun, right? It might mean a little more practicing on your own, but that's okay, right? Okay, so overall, I just have some general comments because you guys are doing so much in the music that's there that makes it really exciting. And you're all, for the most part, sitting up super straight. I'm a violinist and a violist, and I do that for a living, like all day long. I teach kids how to properly hold their instrument and how to make a beautiful sound and all of those things. And I'm very picky about technique. And I think overall you guys are doing really a fantastic job. I love these 4 basses back here that play right in tune. Holy cow. You guys are better than most high school orchestras, the basses back there. So kudos to you. Just don't tell Randall Clark I said that. But really, really good. Where are you guys all going to go to high school? Where do they go to high school? Brighton. Oh, Miss G is going to love you. You guys keep going, okay? Because you're going to have a fantastic string teacher at Brighton. Miss Gonzalez, she's awesome. I've known her for a lot of years. So just keep going, okay? If you're going to Brighton. Or you should just all come out to Draper and go to Corner Canyon, right? No. That's where I live and that's where I teach. So, okay, so I just want to tell you a couple things. One of the biggest things I noticed, a lot of these pieces that you're playing, there's a lot of eighth notes, right? Have you guys noticed that? Is your arm tired yet, right? It's a lot of eighth notes. And string players, what we do is not very natural, especially violins and violas. Holding your hand like this is not natural, right? It's really weird. And that's not something we do naturally. Doing this is not very natural, right? What is natural is this, right? When we're walking or running, what we naturally do in our normal day-to-day is we swing our arm back like this. Now cellos, it's not quite as hard, and basses, this is not as unnatural as it is for violins and violas, but it still is, okay? So in my violin teaching world, we call that run arm, this, right? And as I was watching you guys play those eighth notes, because it was really obvious, because you have a zillion of them in each piece, it felt like, a lot of you are doing that run arm, okay? So I want you to try something for me. I want you to just, like, put your bow down for a second, all of you. And I want you to put your right arm right against your side like this. So it's just locked there, okay? And we're going to do this little exercise, okay? Can you all see me? I don't know if you can see me. Okay, we're going to just open our arm like this and close it. Open, close. You guys can do this out here too, so you don't have runner arm. Turn this way, okay? Open, close. Open, close. That is really weird. If we walked around like that, we would look ridiculous, right? But that's what you have to do when you're playing a string instrument, okay? You cannot move your arm back and forth like this. First of all, your bow's going to be crooked, and that affects the sound that we make, right? And secondly, it just looks funny, and it's not as efficient, okay? When you're playing like this, you're going to get exhausted, okay? So, what you want to work on, and we're going to just play some eighth notes together, because honestly, everything was great. This was just one thing that I noticed that you guys can work on as a team, okay? One technique thing. So, now I want everyone to put your instrument up, and we're going to practice playing, I don't know, let's play an F major chord, because that was another thing that I commented on intonation-wise that wasn't your strongest moment, was when you had that F major, one flat, a B flat. Okay, so basses, you're going to play a low F. Do you know where that is? F. Yeah, sure, that's great. And then cellos, can you play an F the octave higher? That's great. Yes. Yes. F natural, sorry, not F sharp. Okay, violas, you're gonna play an A. You probably just play A, open A or the lower A. How about the outside players play open A before, and you guys play A down on your G string, first finger. Yep. Okay. A, C, second violins. You play C on the A string, second finger, 1, 2. Get that right in tune. C, yes, and then first violins play A. That's our one. Low 1 on the E. Yes, okay. Okay, stop. Now keep that pitch right now. We're gonna play da 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 da. Now we're locked into F major, okay? Which you're all gonna practice your F major scales together before you move on, go to state, okay? So let's do, now we're gonna play da 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 da, and I want you to not move your upper arm at all, okay? And I'm gonna stand back and watch, okay? So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, ba da da da, red, 1, 2, ready, go. Da da da, 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay. So that's a much more efficient way to play all those 8 notes. So, I mean, you've got a great teacher who has really whipped you guys into shape. You're so lucky. I love these new, young, enthusiastic teachers. I love it, okay? No, I like the mean teachers the best. Is he mean? Yes, I love that. Okay, yes. Does he make you just feel like complete garbage if you miss one note? Yeah, those are my favorite teachers. Okay, done? Okay. So let's work on that runner arm. Okay? When you play this piece, or when the next time you perform it, all of these pieces, there's 1,000,008 notes, right? They all kind of had a similar bow stroke in them at one point. No runner arm. Never, never, never. Okay? And then when you get that mastery down, then your teacher can teach you how to start using your fingers in your bow stroke. Holy cow, yikes, right? But we call that the jellyfish, right? Where you play, can I see?
We're talking about mop.
The jellyfish.
We're talking about mopping.
Oh, mop. That's a good idea. Okay, do you mind? Okay. So now I'm going to show you the ultimate goal. Okay. Okay. It's fine. So here's no runner arm that we just did. Right? Where I keep my upper arm. Now I'm going to use my jellyfish here. Okay, so watch. See the jellyfish? You guys want to try that? That's the next goal. Okay, and mostly I just try to keep my fingers relaxed, like this. So on the down bow they're curved, the up bow they kind of go this way. Down, up. Try it. Let's play that same chord. And then we'll wrap it up, okay? Yes, okay, all right, ready? I don't know, it's gonna feel really strange, and don't make it too floppy. Just keep your fingers kind of relaxed, okay? Let's try it. But still strong. Okay, everybody put your bow right in the middle of your bow. Yep, right there. That's the best place to play 8th note détaché. It's kind of balance point to the middle. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah, good. Okay, all right. That's a work in progress. But I like the no run on. Okay, good. Okay, it was really fantastic. You guys are doing an amazing job. I loved it. My dream someday is when I'm like old and ready to not teach 50 million private students anymore, is to come teach middle school orchestra. Like that's like, this is my favorite age. Kids still listen. When you get to high school, and kids are like, whatever, you don't know what you're talking about. But this is the best. It's the best age. Good job, you guys. Very, very good.
Hello? Hello, this is Union Middle School Advanced Orchestra, and we will be playing 3 pieces for you. We will be playing, I have to look at it, Libertango by Piazzolla, and that's arranged by Kazik. And then we'll play Passacaglia in Barcelona by Matsushiba, and that is arranged by myself. And then Danse Bacchanale by Saint-Saëns, arranged by Hoffman.
challenging music. Whoa, I can tell your teacher's a violinist, right? Because they pick the hardest stuff, put you through torture, make your life miserable. Oh, Brooklyn, tiny Brooklyn. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't remember you when you were even tinier. You probably don't know my daughter took from this roof, and so I remember you when you were teeny tiny Brooklyn. All right. That was really great. Okay, so let's start with the tango. I don't have a lot of time. How much time do I have? 7 minutes, okay. I'm gonna work magic in 7 minutes, right? Okay, so I'm going to tell you a lot of the same thing that, well, no, little different. These are extremely challenging pieces, very difficult to count, especially the first two, the tango and the Passacaglia. That was weirding me out. I was like, is this in 6/8 or is this in, like, do you guys kind of feel that way about that Passacaglia? Like, where are we? That was very challenging. You did a very good job. So I think most of my comments were related to, I'm always going to talk about the bow. Okay, you guys have great posture, good technique, everything was good. Some of you were doing some vibrato, which is awesome. Keep up with that, okay? I haven't seen, I've seen a lot of really bad middle school orchestras in my day. You guys are not that, so you're all doing a good job. I feel really tall standing up there. So the biggest thing when you're playing these really tough pieces is, you have to all do the same thing with your bow, okay? You have to play in the same part of the bow. You have to make sure that the ensemble, even if there's a wrong note here or there, guess what? That's not super important, right? You have to make sure that your rhythm is absolutely perfectly together, and really the only way to do that as string players is you have to play in the same part of the bow. If someone's playing way out here at the tip and someone's playing at the frog and then half of you are playing in all these different places, you're probably not going to be super together. You might be kind of together. But the only way to really be super together is to all play at the same part of the bow. So, okay, where I noticed this the most was actually in the Sanson. So let's go to the Sanson, the piece you just played, Danse Bacchanale. So let's start at really nice solo, Brooklyn. Good job. That was great. I think you can play out even more. You can turn out, you're a little person and show the audience that you can make the hugest sound. I've seen the littlest of people make the biggest sound. So you can turn out and just play that to your heart's content. And the cellists that have that bravo, you can play more too. You sound great, playing right in tune. You can have confidence to just wail out there, okay? Good, okay, so I wanna just try something here. We all have this except for the first violins. You all have little eighth notes with staccatos, okay? So we're gonna just play right at the allegro moderato. Boom, chuck, boom, chuck, boom, chuck, boom, chuck, boom, chuck. Okay, that's about the tempo, right? So show me where you're gonna play this, everybody. What do you think? What do you think if it's a staccato, eighth note, with a dot and a rest? What do you think it's supposed to be? Pretty short, right? Okay, so where do you think the best place to play this in the bow is? Yeah, lower half, right? To keep it really light. I didn't see all of you doing that exactly the same. You guys take 5 for a second, okay? So let's see it, right at the beginning. Viola, second violin, cello, and then bass join in when you come in with your picks, okay? All right, are we ready? You're gonna see my really awesome conducting skills here, okay? Here we go. I'm not a conductor, guys, okay. All right, ready? Right there. Yes, well, it's measure, oh yeah, that's not even measure, is it? That's solo. It's one big, huge measure. Measure 2. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Boom. Okay, so second, some of you are at the tip. Is that what was decided, or we have just not discussed it? Okay, so let's play the frog. Can I see your violin? Is that okay? Sometimes it's like, no, you can't touch my violin. Okay, so let's do an A. Is that what you have? With a little lift off. Can we try that? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and if you're going to play off the string, it's really important that you always put your bow back on the string before you play again. 1. It's like set, play. Right? That's hard to do, but you guys can do it. You can do it. If you're playing out this piece, you can do that. So let's do it one more time. Here, sorry, over here. So, do you know where the balance point is of your bow? Do you all know where the balance point is? Do you know what that is? So it's where your bow will perfectly balance. There's, what's your name? Lydia. Here's Lydia's balance point. I want you all to find your balance point. Don't drop your bow, okay? Find your balance point. Okay? So that's kind of ish where I want you to play these little short notes. Okay? So why is it not in the middle of the bow? Like a teeter-totter? Because the frog is heavier, right? Yeah. So that's the ideal place to play kind of your spiccato or any off-the-string stuff, okay, is at the balance point. Okay, can we try that one more time? Okay, get ready first. You're going to play here in a second. And I'm going to talk to you about the same part of the bow, where you're supposed to play this part, okay? Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 2, chop and chop. Yes! Okay, hold on. Okay, that's the idea. Now we're all playing the same part of the bow, but you're not used to it. So you gotta get used to that, right? Okay, first, where are you gonna play this? Yaga-da-ga-da-boom, right? Yeah. When you come in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where should you play? Yeah. Brooklyn, I can't play that tiny violin. I mean, I can, but 2 minutes, okay. What are the notes? So here, frog. Maybe balance point-ish. That's nice, though. That sounds good. Let's try it, okay? Just first. Da, 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 da. Put your bow on the string at the balance point. So you're ready to go. Okay, sit up nice and tall. 1, 2, 1. Da, 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 da. Yes, okay, so listen. You don't need a lot of bow to make a lot of sound. If you get a little closer to your bridge and put a little weight into the bow, you can make a lot of sound without too much effort. Do it one more time. Okay, maybe not, some of you are really at the frog. That's really hard to play détaché at the frog, fast like that. Let's get balance point or above. Yeah, okay, middle of the bow. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 1. Good. Yes, okay. And already that's better, and already you're making more sound. So you don't have to do a lot of work to make more sound. Okay, so that's my general comment to all of you, is make sure as an ensemble you have made those choices where you're going to play in the bow. And I have to write it down in my music. I can't remember everything. Okay, so if your teacher says, play this at the tip, guess what I'm doing with my pencil? I'm writing that down in my music, okay? Yeah, good job on some really challenging repertoire, you guys. Keep it up, okay? Keep up the good work. It's really good. Did you have fun? I love these pieces. Yeah, super fun. Okay, well done. Bravo. Yay, good job. Thank you for letting me play the violin. Please, I want to say this. Oh, they're so great. It was fun. Okay, I don't understand how to turn this on. Maybe it just goes off. Okay. Yeah. Prepare to meet your doom. Midvale. How do I turn this off? I mean, like it says it's off. Oh, what?
Thank you to Mr. Tellez and Dr. Henry for having us here today, and Mr. Kentros. This is the Mount Jordan Middle School Advanced Orchestra. We will play 3 tunes for you today. We will start with McPherson's Lament, then we will play Measure Tones, which will be conducted by my student teacher, Mr. Trevor McFarland, and then we will finish with Danza Escrima. Thank you.
do wrong notes, but first violins, man, that's a challenge, huh? Do you have an option to play that an octave lower, or is it all way up there in the stratosphere? Okay. I'm going to help you, okay? Because I'm guessing your teacher is not a violinist, right? Yeah, it's fine. And few are. Nicole's one of the only ones, honestly. So that's okay. You don't need him, right? I'll show you what to do, okay? You just need him to wave the stick and make sure you're all together. It's your job to play all the right notes, right? That's not his job. It's your job. Okay, we'll get to that. I have 8 minutes to turn you guys into the most amazing orchestra ever, right? It's going to happen in 8 minutes. Really good. That last piece was my favorite. Is that your favorite? No? What's your favorite? Which one? McPherson. Oh, one, I like that one too. That kind of Celtic, Irish. Is it Irish? McPherson? Scottish. Oh, my bad. Okay. Don't mistake Ireland and Scotland, right? I won't like that. Okay. Really, really great. I think your biggest challenge as an ensemble is intonation. Do you know what that means? Play in tune, right? Like I said to the last group, because you guys, again, I'm so impressed with the teaching that's happening, that you're sitting up straight. You all got your feet on the floor. I told you, I've seen some pretty bad stuff. For the most part, you guys are all holding your bow correctly. It's not an easy thing to do. So I'm very impressed with that. I'm very impressed about how you're working as a team. So 2 things I want to work on with you for the few minutes that I have. One is intonation, okay? String instruments are so difficult. It's not like you sit down at the piano and press a key, and whether it's in tune or not, that's not your problem, right? It's not like playing the clarinet where you just push down on a key and there, the note comes out. You have to use your ear, and you also have to use your muscle memory, right? It's all done by touch. Really tricky. We don't have frets, we don't have keys, we don't have any of that. And so it's all done by touch. And when I was in college, I had to write what's called a dissertation, which is like basically you have to write a book to graduate, to get your doctorate. So, and if I were to do that again, I would write my dissertation on muscle memory and string playing, because that's all it is, right? If you play a note out of tune in a performance, your ear's not going to do any good. Right? It's like, oh, I played that out of tune, but too late, right? You can't go back and fix it in performance. So muscle memory, it's like when a pitcher throws a baseball. And how many times does a pitcher have to practice throwing a baseball to throw strikes consistently? 1,000,000 times, right? Hundreds of thousands of times over their baseball playing lifetime. How many times do you have to shoot a free throw to make sure that it's going to go in every time? So many times, right? Any sport that you do, you're throwing that baseball, you've got to do it the same way every time, or it's not going to be consistent. Same thing with string playing. You've got to play those finger patterns the same way every time, or they're not going to be in tune. Okay? And you know what I heard the most? Not playing C sharps on that G string, that high 3, right? I heard that a lot. I hear a lot of, when it's supposed to be a low 2, you're not playing a low 2. Cellos, I'm not very good at cello fingering, so I'm sorry if this is just like, whoop! You guys never use your second finger, huh? It's like weird, I know. So, but that's mostly what I found, is some of you don't quite know your finger patterns. So I'm going to ask your teacher to do an exercise with you, okay? And your teacher's going to take me, do you mind if I borrow your violin? This will help, because when I teach my students, we learn finger patterns right from the get-go. You learn, if you're a little Suzuki student and you're playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, you're going to learn that high 2, right? You start with high 2 because that's the easiest one. Again, Charles, I don't know. Just go with it, okay? Because I don't know if you use your 2 on Twinkle or you use your 3. But anyway, so you're going to play this pattern. The first kind of scale we learn is with that high 2, right? Violins and violas. Okay, so what I want your teacher to work on with you is this little exercise where you're going to play high 2, then high 2 and 3, then low 2, then low 1 and 2. Okay? And I just practice going, here's my high 2. And then I do a high 3 to work on that one. And then I do low 2. And then I do low 2 to low 1. And you kind of make up exercises to do these finger patterns so they feel, it doesn't even have to be complicated, but you all have to play the right notes, okay? If it's a C sharp, violins, violas, you gotta play that high 3, right? That was one of the biggest things. The second thing, I mean, we can do that, but cellos, again, you do different fingerings. So I'll have your teacher kind of decide what will work for you. The second thing is you always, in order to play well as an orchestra, you have to do 2 things. You have to play in tune, and you have to play together. And there's 2, we just talked about intonation. The second thing, you have to play together, and there's only a couple ways to really make that happen. Number 1, you have to practice individually with a metronome. Do you guys all have a metronome? If you don't have a metronome, you gotta get a metronome or just download a free app on your phone. I have the cheesiest dumb one on my phone, just so I have it. And it's free, and it works, okay? So you gotta practice with the metronome all the time. Like every time you practice, turn that metronome on. I know it's a drag, but that's how you're gonna get really, really good at staying together. Then the second thing is you have to have an awareness of what is going on around you. You cannot just bury your head. I saw just lots of people like this in their music stand. And so the ensemble suffers because there's not an awareness of what's going on around you. Okay? So everybody put your instruments up. We're just going to do a little experiment here. Everybody put your instruments up. Now look at your music like you're playing. Okay? But can you all see me waving my arms around here? Can you all see that out of the corner of your eye? Look at your music. Let's see if you can see me. La-di-da. Okay? Can you all see? Can you see me? Okay. Can you see your stand partner or the stand in front of you? Oh, no? You can see me? Can you see the stand in front of you? If you can't, get to where you can see the stand in front of you. Basses, can you see the stand to the side of you out of your peripheral vision? Okay? You guys haven't learned how to drive yet, but it's the same thing as driving. You can't just always be looking in one place. You constantly have to be aware of what's going on around you. Okay? You gotta look in your side mirrors, you gotta look in your rear view mirror, you gotta look ahead of you, you gotta just always have an awareness. You gotta check your blind spot before you change lanes. You always have to have an awareness of your stand partner, the person in front of you, the concert master, the conductor, your section leader. Okay? So I want you to just start. Let's do the measured tones, your least favorite one. I just want you to start it, because that was probably the one that was hardest to stay together for you guys. Huh? Yeah, and there was kind of zero awareness of what was going on, okay? So we're going to do a 30-second experiment, because I gotta be done here. But I'm going to start, you guys. I'm going to conduct 108. Okay. I'm not the best conductor in the world, but okay. All right. I'm going to start you on this, and then I might stop conducting, and I'm going to see if you guys can stay together as a group. Okay. You don't watch the conductor anyway, right? Yeah. I never do either. It's fine. Okay. Here we go. You ready? Everyone sit up tall. Imagine that there's a string attached to your head and someone's pulling up on it. Okay. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down to it, it's all about you guys being aware of what's going on in the orchestra. Okay? That was great. That was really good. My orchestra at Westminster plays with nothing left. We just sit and play. I mean, I give them a good old go, and then go. Okay? It's all, this is really just chamber music, string quartets, right? String quintet. Okay? So just watch each other, trust each other. And then go home and practice so you play all the right notes and play in tune, right? You want to walk away from a concert feeling like, I nailed that. You want to feel like that every time. Trust me, it's an awesome feeling. You don't want to walk away from a concert going, I didn't play one note. That was really bad. Because that's not going to inspire you to keep going. You want to feel like, I nailed that. Even if you didn't, I've never played a 100% perfection concert. That's okay. Okay, we're not robots, right? But you want to walk away from a concert. I played every note. That was awesome. Okay? Or at least I played 95% of the notes. Okay? Good. So intonation, play in tune, and ensemble. Be aware of what's going on around you. Don't bury your head in your stand. Engage with the conductor, engage with your stand partner, engage with your colleagues. Okay? Got it? And get rid of your gum, all you gum chewers. No gum in orchestra, right? Okay. All right. Good job, you guys. Good. All right, one more, right? One more. Well done. Great. I'm so happy to see all these big middle school orchestras. Makes me so happy. Nicole, do you let them chew gum? Oh my gosh. It's one of the biggest things I see. Chewing gum. That's good. Oh, gum. Who's chewing gum up here, Butler? Well, you can now. But never on stage, right? Never in rehearsal? No chewing gum. Never. You can now, because you're not playing, right? And then you're playing. Hold on. Someone turn this off for me. Enrique, can you turn this off for me? Oh. It's complicated. Oh, no, it's not. See? No, it's like that's all 6 buttons. Oh my gosh. Watch this. And then hold it on this.
Okay, good morning everyone. This is the Midvale Middle School Advanced Orchestra. We're going to be playing Viking by Sunhee Newbold, Jasmine Flower by Douglas Warner, and an arrangement of Mozart's Ein kleine Nachtmusik arranged by Merle J. Isaac. Hope you enjoy.
Mount Jordan, right? Mount Jordan?
Midvale.
Midvale, that's what I meant. That's what I said. That's what I said.
I heard Midvale.
I said Midvale, yeah. Okay. Mount Jordan, that was the last one, right?
Yep.
Okay, sorry, my bad, guys. We're like, Mount Jordan, ew. Okay. This is like a perfect size orchestra for that Mozart piece. I can tell that your teacher's a percussionist. And you want to know why I can tell? Because your rhythm, spot on. Especially in that first piece, the Suni Nubel piece. When you guys started playing, I was like, oh, yeah, their teacher's a percussionist. Percussionists are really good at rhythm. They don't know anything about string playing, but they're really good at rhythm. No, I'm just kidding. Look, you guys, this is the kind of orchestra I play in. This is like what we call a chamber orchestra. And I love this size of orchestra. It's my favorite, and there's so much cool music out there. for this size of orchestra. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Butler's ginormous orchestra too, but this is really fun. Because you guys get to kind of really be responsible for your own self. There's nowhere to hide, right? That's a little scary, but also super cool. That's my favorite part about playing in a chamber orchestra, which is usually around, I don't know, it's literally this size, maybe 2 fewer cellos. But that's okay, we're not gonna make you go away, cellos. This is a really great size orchestra, but the hard part about it is there's nowhere to hide, right? We're gonna hear you, and we're gonna hear if you make a mistake, and we're gonna hear if you don't play in tune. And so it's really challenging. So you guys have that challenge, that extra challenge that some of these bigger orchestras don't have. So you have to make sure you really know your part well, okay? So your teacher picked one of the most difficult composers to play, and that's Mozart. And I know what you cellos are thinking, whatever, that's the easiest music to play, and it's so boring. No? You don't think that? Good. Then you're very mature people, because most amateur musicians are like, Mozart's boring, it's so easy. And most professional musicians are like, Mozart's too hard, I'm not going to play Mozart because it's too hard, okay? So really, really well done. That's a very famous piece too. So I kudos to you guys for choosing that piece, because it's very difficult to do, and you did a good job. Sometimes when you are playing what you think is the most boring part, like for hours, you have to be the most energetic. You have to feel this energy like bubbling right here, okay? And just like you have to play like that. Second violins, when you have the it has to be the most energetic part. Even though you're like, that's the dumbest part. It's the most boring part of the whole thing. So I want to hear that, okay? Since we're on Mozart right now. Because that is how, I mean, yes, the first violins can do all that fancy schmancy stuff all day long, but the real heart and the real energy of the piece comes from the inner voices, okay? And then I'm going to talk to you, so don't get too comfortable, okay? All right, so I want to hear, starting right at measure 5, I want to hear second violins. Now, we call this scrubbissimo. Okay, scrubbissimo, scrub. Okay, and get in the part of the bow where your bow, it might almost come off the string, and that's okay. Can I show you how to play Mozart scrubbissimo? Do you mind if I use your violin? Okay. All right. So, what do we have here? Good loud violin. You guys heard me talk about balance point all day long, right? I've been talking about playing in the same part of the bow. In seconds, can you put your bow right here at the balance point? Almost. A little lower. Nope, that's higher. Lower. Yeah. Okay. Now, we're going to play that together. And you're all going to feel this energy. Right there, okay? 1, 2, 3. Keep going. 1, 2, ready, and. But no, it's not a tremolo. It's it's measured, right? So don't play a tremolo. It's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a, right? Let's do it again. 1, 2, ready, and. And if you want, give it a little pulse, okay? We call it ready, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Yes! Now you guys play. Like it's the most exciting thing you've ever played in your life, okay? Like you're gonna fall off your chair from excitement. Here we go. 1, you guys play the energy. You're the train. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on, violas, I'll get to you. Hold on. Cellos, can you play off the string? Is that way too scary? No, you can do it, right? Cello's easy. It's so much easier than violin. Okay. Just kidding. Yes, there, I said it. Okay, bass clef. Violas, you should play it. Okay. Bass clef. Fat cats go down in it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm telling you to read bass clef. Okay. You have a G, right? Can you all play that with me? 1, 2, 3, 4. Violas, right here. Like a frog. Frog. Hey, that sounded like something. Now play all together for measure 5. Not you, not you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Together. Tap, 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 tap. Yes, okay. That has to be the energy of the piece, right there. You all have to sit up and look at each other and just, right? And you can play even more bass, even more. I like to hear the bass and the middle voice, okay? Okay, first violins. You have that motor going on right there. There's no reason why you shouldn't stay together. You have a built-in metro, right? You're like, yeah, right. The reason we don't stay together is because this is really hard to play, okay? Yum, da dee da 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 da. Okay, so you've got this motor over here. Now, do you all know that Mozart was also an opera composer? Did you know that? That's like the biggest thing that he did. That was what he was most well known for. You may not know that because you've heard all his beautiful concertos and symphonies, but the most important thing he did was opera. So, have any of you ever been to the opera? Have you ever seen an opera? You have? Anyone else? Okay. If you ever have the chance to go to an opera, you should, because even if you don't think you'll like it if you go, because it's a spectacle. Costumes, scenery, amazing singing, live pit orchestra. We have a great opera company here. And the thing with opera is you have all these characters. And the thing with Mozart's operas is you have all these characters always constantly just getting into some sort of mischief or some sort of trouble or some sort of drama, or oh, woe is me, I'm so sad, or my husband is just the worst and I'm going to cry about it and sing about it, you know, like it's that kind of drama. So you have to capture that when you're playing Mozart, okay? You have to imagine, okay, this character's this beautiful soprano, and you have to sing it. Okay, sorry, I get really excited about Mozart. My mom was an opera singer, and so I get really excited about Mozart because his instrumental music is very operatic. You guys are like the bass, you know, the bass singer that's like this big fat guy, I don't know. But, and then you guys are the sopranos, so drama. And you're just drama, okay? So we don't have to, I could spend hours on this, okay? But that goes to another point that I wanted you guys to think about, is when you're playing that second piece, thank you. What was the second piece again? Oh my gosh. Jasmine Flower. Okay, you guys seemed like you just didn't know what to do with this piece. Do you feel that way? Do you feel kind of bored when you play it? Or, I don't know, maybe you're not. Do you like the piece, or are you just kind of like, I'm just going to play these notes and get it over with? That? Yeah. So what would happen, you know, if you, as a class, brainstorm, okay, what do we want this to sound like? Jasmine Flower is a setting of the traditional Chinese folk song, Molihua. I don't know if I said that right. Likely, the tune is a vital part of Chinese New Year celebrations and was also featured prominently during the closing ceremonies of the 2004 Summer Olympics. The soothing pentatonic melody is reminiscent of the simple beauty of the lovely white jasmine blossom and its delightful scent. Okay, did you guys even think about that when you played? Of course not. I could tell. I could tell nobody was thinking about the delightful scent of the jasmine flower. You were all thinking about, get me out of here, I want to go have lunch, right? But we are performers. We are storytellers. This piece tells a literal story, or a literal imagery. Mozart does not have a literal story, but we're still telling a story, right? It's just up to the audience what they want to think of. They might be thinking of like a really fun train ride, here we go, or I don't know. But you have to be performers. And that's what is going to make you discover the joy of being musicians. It's not showing up for class every day and getting a grade, right? Or playing these notes. It's discovering what you want to say with your voice, both individually and as a group. And when you discover what you want to say, you'll start saying it, and it really opens up a magical world. So when you play this piece, I want you guys to, with your teacher, have a discussion. Okay, what do we want this to sound like? What do we want this section to sound like? What part is this representing? What do you guys think? Start using your imaginations. There's no right or wrong answer. Okay, I mean, it's probably not appropriate to say, I'm thinking right here about, I don't know, like an earthquake hitting the earth and everybody dying. You know, that's probably not, yeah. Well, I mean, sorry, I don't know. I'm just trying to think of something awful. Yeah, so thinking of this beautiful, the Chinese New Year, the culture, the beauty, the color. What color do you want this to represent? Does this represent an angry red, or does this represent a very beautiful pale pink or purple? Or see what I'm saying? You have to use your imagination, and that's what will make music really open up for you. Okay? So I know I've talked all day about playing the right part of the bow, play in tune, play your finger patterns. That's a given. Okay? But this size of orchestra, you guys can really do some fun, magical stuff. Okay? And you can work together and play together more so than a huge orchestra. Okay? And it's fun. Have fun with it. This is my favorite. I played in an orchestra called Symphonia Salt Lake, and it is this size. And it's so fun because we can be creative together and we can work together more as a team rather than 50 other people around you. Okay? So embrace it. Go for it. Play like you want to. Okay? I'm so glad you guys are in orchestra. It's so important. And get rid of your gum, right? No gum. Okay? Very good. Thank you for playing Mozart. It's hard to do, and you guys did a great job. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Great job. Good job, you guys. I love these size of orchestra.